We're here at the HSBC Arena in Buffalo, New York. Jim Houston here for what could prove to be the final game of these Eastern Conference quarterfinals. With me in the booth is Craig Simpson. So hang on, up next is Game 6 between the Buffalo Sabres and the Boston Bruins. Buffalo would love to close it out here at home. You think the crowd's into this game?
Jim, it's going to be absolute bedlam if they can pull this off. The key for these guys is to play a controlled hockey game. You don't want your emotions getting the best of you.
Here's a look at tonight's referee.
Jim, he's been around for 8 seasons and calls a pretty solid game. The one thing he won't allow, though, is guys delivering dirty hits.
Now we're ready to drop the puck for the opening faceoff. Drury wins the faceoff. Shove. In over the line. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Circles the net. In front. Raycroft makes the tremendous save. Stick save. He hangs on. Now you get a look at the starting lineup for the Buffalo Sabres. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Drury. Pass to the point. Shoots the puck. Blocked. One-time shot. He stops the shot. Brings it out. In over the line. That's an offside call against the Bruins. There's a look at the starting lineup for the Boston Bruins. The puck is about to be dropped. Drury won the draw. He gets hit by Knuble. He caught him napping with that hit. Turned aside by Biron. Played across. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Knuble roughs him up.
Another hit like that and sparks will fly.
Quick pass up out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Mowed down.
A devastating hit.
Brings it out. Over the line. Pass to the point. In front. Pad save by Raycroft. Murray will go to the box for hooking. Buffalo will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great skill on that first unit. Brings it out. In over the line. Checked.
Jim, that was a major league bump.
Moved ahead. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Shatan fires just wide of the net. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets rocked by Hesht. Zhitnik brings it out. In over the line. Thrashed. He got dropped. Intercepted in the slot. Shoots it quickly. Turned aside by Raycroft. Into the attacking zone. Wrist shot by Knuble. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Run over.
A great job of stepping up.
Brings it out. Over the line. Rocked.
That's showing authority.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets taken out by Gonchar. Out of their defensive end. Across. At center. In over the line. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets checked by Kalinin. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Buffalo is 0 for 1 with a man advantage as the penalty expires. And out they come with a puck. It's played over by Slager. Shove. In front. Knocked down.
That was a throwdown.
Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Crushed.
A smackdown.
Over the blue line. Biron stoned him. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Pushed off the puck. Brings it out. Played up. In over the line. Delayed call against Boston. Drury out of their defensive end. Over the line. Bowled over.
Let's see how he responds to that.
Ralston will serve time for hooking. And you can see the coach here doesn't like that call, and he's having a word with the official. Buffalo will get a second chance on the power play here. The Bruins win the draw. Over the blue line. Run over.
It's getting pretty intense down there.
Into the attacking zone. He gets shoved by Drury. Brings it out. In over the line. Hecht gets rocked.
I wouldn't want to be him right now.
Knuble brings it out. Over the line. Shoved. Kalinin out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. This power play unit's having trouble getting anything going at all. Ooh, big hit in the corner. Brings it out. It's played across by Slager. He gets hit by Hecht. In over the line. Nice move there by Thornton. Thrashed.
It's getting rough out there.
Puck gobbled up by Gonchar. Slager grabbed it. Brings it out. Over the line. Played across by Zhitnik. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Shoved. Buffalo is now 0 for 2 on the power play. Right in front. Raycroft shuts the door. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by Campbell.
He slammed him big time.
Brings it out. In over the line. Passed over by Gilson. Passed across. Brings it out. Over the line. Knuble. Wrist shot. Biron makes the save. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Briere. Hit.
You've got to keep your head up.
Over the blue line. Delayed call coming up. Fitzpatrick is going to the box for hooking. Boston is about to go on the power play for the first time in this game.
Jim, they've got some good finishers in their lineup, but they like to keep it simple. Point shots with lots of traffic in front.
He gets worked over by Roy. Brings it out. In over the line. Taken out.
He's a bit stunned after that one.
Over the line. Shot from the wing by Knuble. Pushed aside by Biron. Brings it out. End to end. He gets laid out by Gonchar. Over the blue line. He gets pushed off the puck.
That was a big league body check.
Pass back. Shoots the puck. Kalinin stops the shot. Brings it out. Buffalo puts its #1 penalty-killing unit out. Checked. In the corner. Pass to the slot. In front.
Hit. These checks keep everyone on their toes, Jim.
Shoots the puck in behind. Boston is under relentless pressure, and the play is offside.
This is one guy that can really turn a game around for you when the pressure starts to rise. Whether it's throwing a big hit or scoring a goal, he always seems to come through.
He plays the game with big heart. Bergeron wins the faceoff, gets rubbed off the puck.
You can hear that one up here.
Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets taken out by Delmore. Brings it out. Over the line. Laid out.
Excellent physical play.
Shoved. Passed up to the neutral zone. He gets rocked by Kalinin. Fitzpatrick leaves the box. That means his team is no longer shorthanded. And the Buffalo Sabres are offside. Raycroft is a phenomenal talent. He makes saves he has no business making.
Ask any shooter in the league and they'll tell you, he's one of the toughest to beat night in and night out.
The faceoff goes to the Sabres. He gets bowled over by Thornton. In over the line. Passed ahead. Pushed. In front. Biron freezes the puck. The ref is ready to drop the puck. And the faceoff is won by Drury. He gets muscled off the puck. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by O'Donnell.
Lines him up and sends him down.
Over the blue line. Hard wrist shot by Knuble. Biron reached out for the puck. Brings it out. Over the line. Hesht circles the net. Goes behind his net. Brings it out. And the Bruins start a line change. Shove.
There's some physical play.
Shot quickly by Samsonov. Biron made the leg save. Rocked.
That looked like trouble.
Delayed penalty coming up for Boston. Slager is going off for interference.
If you don't have position on a guy, interference is a lazy way to make up for it.
And you can see the coach is having a word with the official because he's not happy about that call. Buffalo will go on the power play once again. They weren't able to capitalize on their first power play. Let's see if they can do it here. Raycroft made the save. Played over, out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Sent flying.
Great contact.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. In over the line. Flattened.
I could feel that one from here.
Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Muscled off the puck. O'Donnell grabbed it. Brings it out. Over the line. Biron got a leg on it. Chatan brings it out. In over the line. Run over. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Saved by Biron. Brings it out. Over the blue line.
How did he pull that off?
Shoots the puck. Raycroft. Close the door. Brings it out. Over the line. Biron made the save. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Hit. One times it. Stick save. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Sent flying. Buffalo continues to struggle on the power play. They're now 0 for 3. Into the attacking zone. And out they come with a puck. Boston makes a line change. Checked. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets leveled by Murray.
No mercy on that play.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shoved. In the corner. Right in front. And that'll do it. The first period draws to an end in a scoreless tie as we head to the break.
Check our website for a full listing.
The score is close as we start the second period.
Let's see if things can open up a bit.
About to drop the puck. Face-off won by Drury. Over the blue line. Shove. In front. Raycroft hangs on for the whistle. The players are lined up and ready for the face-off. And the face-off is won by Drury. Laid out. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets worked over by Gilson. Briere in over the line. Crushed.
That'll keep them honest.
Out of their defensive end. Hit. Brings it out. Over the line. Drury gets pushed off the puck. Checked. Passed up to the neutral zone. Over the blue line. Biron made the save. Drury brings it out. In over the line. Advances the puck. Thornton controls the puck. Into the attacking zone. Hit. Brings it out. Over the line. Wrist shot by Campbell.
No control and the puck goes wide.
Played up. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Turned aside. Biron hangs on for the whistle.
You always have to keep your head up. If you don't, that's exactly what happens.
We're ready for the face-off. The face-off goes to the Sabres. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets pushed by Slager. In over the line. Flattened. Brings it out. Over the line. Pass to the ball. Checked.
Sends him packing.
Knuble went long. In front. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Mowed down.
He took a solid check there.
Into the attacking zone. Quick shot by Briere. Saved by Raycroft. In over the line. Kalinin knocks him off the puck. Passed ahead. Over the line. He gets hit by McGillis.
Lined him up and knocked him down.
Over the blue line. Knocked down. Taylor brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Shoved. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. He gets creamed. Shoots. Blocked. Boston puts its second line out. Quick puck movement. Over the line. He gets taken out by O'Donnell.
He's really throwing his weight around.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Biron made the save. Advances the puck. Into the attacking zone. He gets bowled over by Slager. In over the line. Turned away by Biron. Intercepted beside the net. Turned away. Drury brings it out. Over the line. Over. Center. Hecht whips a shot behind the net. He gets shoved. Raycroft freezes the puck. The Sabres are one of the fastest skating teams in the league, and as a result, they're a tough team to check.
You're bang on, Jim. They always hit the lines with speed. If you're not ready, they'll fly right past you.
Drury won the draw. Over the blue line. Turned away by Biron. Awesome save! Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Checked. One-times it. Raycroft turned the shot away. He covers up. Drury is one of those players that can take a game over when he's hot.
Jim, he's a premier talent. When he starts playing with confidence, he can win games all by himself.
Keep an eye on him tonight. The faceoff goes to the Bruins. Brings it out. Over the line. Hard wrist shot by Murray. Biron made the save. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Hit. Shoved. Goes behind the net. Played over by Pittis. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shoots the puck. The shot is blocked by Delmore. Brings it out. And the Bruins start a line change. Hip check. Into the attacking zone. Taylor gets laid out.
Man, that was a jarring hit.
Rink-wide pass. Brings it out. That's an offside call against the Bruins. This young coach impressed the Bruins brass when he led their minor league affiliate to a division title.
Jim, so much in fact that in 2003, Mike Sullivan would become Boston's 26th head coach.
The faceoff goes to Buffalo. Over the line. Laid out. Checked. Over the blue line. He gets laid out by Patrick. Cranked him. In over the line. He gets run over by O'Donnell. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. In the corner. Goes behind the net. Goaltender stopped that. Passed over. Brings it out. Over the line. Briere scores!
Let's look at that one again, guys. See how he unloads that wrist shot? It's pure skill, Jim. Great goal.
Sabres win the faceoff. He gets rocked up by Thornton.
Jim, that's how you earn respect in this game.
Into the attacking zone. The ref indicates a delayed call. Saved by Biro. Briere will get the gate for interference.
I can't see how that was worth a 2-minute penalty.
The faceoff goes to the Sabres. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets out-muscled by Gonchar. Brings it out. Over the line. Rubbed off the puck by Zhitnik. Boynton grabbed it. Run over.
He got laid out.
Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Hit. In over the line. Greer knocked him off the puck. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Sent flying. Brings it out. Offside. Buffalo has played a clean game here tonight.
They haven't taken a lot of lazy penalties in the neutral zone, and that's because they're skating hard and playing sound positional hockey.
The faceoff goes to Boston. Little deke there by Thornton. Moved across. Over the line. Right in front. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Zhitnik brings it out. In over the line. Shove.
He delivered a message with that one.
Worked over. A delayed penalty call against Boston. Thornton gets called for hooking. Face-off win for the Sabres. Moved back by Drury. Checked. Brings it out. Briere exits the penalty box, meaning his team now has a 5-on-4 advantage. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. The Finneganov gets knocked over.
You could feel the impact up here.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Gonchar shoves him. In front. Raycroft made the huge save. In over the line. Shoved. Taken out. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Shoved. And he hangs on to the puck. The action's about to start. Drury wins the faceoff. Played across. Right in front. Raycroft turns the shot aside. In the corner. Big save. He hangs on to the puck. No goals yet for this guy, but he was instrumental in getting at least 1 point on the board.
Well, you do what you can. If you can't be the star, you can still help out your teammates.
The players are lining up at the faceoff circle. Sabres win the faceoff. Zhitnik grabbed it. Shove. Drury at center. In over the line. Passed across. Played up. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Nice move there by Bergeron. Centers it. Hit. Advances the puck. Brings it out. Passed up to the neutral zone. Checked. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shoved. Rips it. In front.
Backhand shot.
Circling the net. And that's the end of the second period. 1-0 as we head to the break.
Mascots from around the league will be participating in contests, photo sessions, and lots more fun for the whole family. Check our website or call the box office for details.
We'll see who has more gas left in the tank as these two teams get set for the start of the third period. They're getting ready for the face-off. Face-off won by Drury. He gets hit by Thornton.
Sent him sprawling.
Into the attacking zone. Hecht has been nailed for hooking. You can see the coach isn't crazy about that call at all, so he's going to have a word with the official. The Bruins win the draw. Played back. Boynton slips by with the deke.
That was a sweet move.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Knocked him off the puck. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Samsonov. In front. Huge save by Biron. He freezes the puck.
Oh, Jim, you can see by the look on his face, he can't believe he didn't beat the goalie with that one.
They're getting ready for the face-off. A face-off win for the Bruins. Knuble grabbed it. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Bumped by Zhivnik. Played across. One time. Stick save by Biron. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Laid out. Across. Brings it out. In over the line. Greer now with the puck. Into the attacking zone. Raycroft made the save. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets hit by Kalinin. Centers it. Bowled over. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Flattened. Brings it out. He gets checked.
Shook him up and took him down.
Brings it out. Hecht steps back onto the ice, meaning we've returned to 5-on-5 hockey. Raycroft turned the shot aside. Into the attacking zone. Biron makes the save. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Shoots it. Raycroft made the save. Brings it out. In over the line. Right in front. Biron hangs on for the whistle. The puck is about to be dropped. The faceoff goes to Boston. Thornton went short. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets shoved by Slager. Quick pass up. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Played over. Across. Brings it out. Boston puts its third line out. Fires it. Biron made the brilliant save. He hangs on. The ref is ready to drop the puck. Sabres win the faceoff. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets checked by O'Donnell.
That's an impressive hit.
In over the line. Laid out.
That was a devastating blow.
Hecht corrals the puck. Moved over. Out of their defensive end. Knocked down. Brings it out. Delayed penalty coming up for Buffalo. Hecht is going to the box for hooking. You can see that coach isn't too happy about the call. Boston hasn't had any luck on the power play so far in this game, but they'll get a fourth chance here.
Well, they just need a few bounces to go their way. If they stick with it, the goals will come.
It's flipped up by Kalinin. Into the attacking zone. Pushed aside by Raycroft. Brings it out. End to end. Rubbed off the puck. Hit. Goes behind his net. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Checked. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets roughed up by Zhitnik. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Boynton pushes him. Moved across. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Nice little move by Gonchar. Boston is very concerned about the injury to their player.
They don't know what happened. All they can see is that one of their teammates is down on the ice.
Zhitnik looks like he got him clean.
I'd have to agree, Jim. Plenty of contact there, but nothing dirty. Sometimes it's just a matter of bad luck.
Or bad timing. Thornton won the draw.
Shoots quickly. His shot was way off target.
Brings it out. End to end. Hard one-time shot by Roy. Raycroft gets a leg on it. Over the blue line. Bowled over. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets bowled over by Boynton. A lateral pass. And the Bruins start a line change. He gets hit by Greer. A solid check. Rocked. Boston is now 0 for 4 on the power play as the penalty expires. Over the line. Hard wrist shot by Greer.
Hit! That was intimidation.
Brings it out. In over the line. Gets the shot off. Advances the puck. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Played up. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets laid out by Delmore. Gilson controls the puck. Offside, Buffalo. This guy gets down quickly and takes away the entire bottom of the net.
Jim, you have to lift the puck up to beat his butterfly style. If it's on the ice, he's going to get a pad on it.
And the faceoff is won by Drury. Into the attacking zone. Leveled.
He got worked over on that one.
Quick pass up. In over the line. In the corner. Leg save by Biron. Coughed up by Hesht. Right in front. Pushed. Patrick brings it up. Over the blue line. Hesht. Raycroft made the huge save. Laid out. Brings it out. In over the line. In front. Stick save. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Checked. Advances the puck. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets hit by O'Donnell.
Now that's how you body check someone.
Brings it out. Moved up. Rocked. Into the attacking zone. Pass to the slot. Stone cold by Raycroft. Nylander out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shoots. Blocked. Brings it out. Over the line. Right in front. Raycroft makes the pad save. Hit. Brings it out. Quick pass up. Checked. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Knocked over. Brings it out. Passed up to the neutral zone. That's an icing call against the Sabres. Thornton is a rare talent. Just the energy and skill level he's able to bring to the rink on a consistent basis is amazing.
Well, he's one of the true superstars in this league. He makes the game fun to watch.
Fitzpatrick feathered it. Turned over by Patrick. Over the blue line. He gets out-muscled by Briere. Scramble in front. Across. Over the line. Run over. Played up. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Biron made the save. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Hit. Sent flying. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Samsonov with the nice move on that play.
He spun his man into the ice.
Brings it out. Over the line. Shove. Moved over. Into the attacking zone. Lapointe gets shoved. Shove. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Pittis tallies an empty net goal.
That goal will put the icing on the cake in this one. They took their chance, but came up empty this time.
Buffalo gives themselves a 2-goal lead in the final minute.
That pretty much guarantees the win right there, Jim.
Advances the puck. He gets taken out by Delmore. Shoots! Checked. Played up. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Bumped off the puck. Drury brings it out. Quick puck movement. Over the line. Sent flying. Played over. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Biron closed the door. Moved ahead. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Pushed off the puck. Knuble grabbed it. Brings it out. In over the line. Rink-wide pass. That's it. Boston loses this game and sees its postseason come to an end. From Buffalo, New York, this is Jim Houston with Craig Simpson.
From all the team here at EA Sports, we'll see you next time.
You